Welcome back. Sorry, this is really late getting up. I slept half the damn day away. I don't know what happened. I went to bed later than usual and woke up and it was 12:30 p.m. I've been on the fence about whether or not I really want to do this video just because of the random shitstorm of misinformation that has come out about everything with Suzanne Morphew and that whole thing. So I don't know about any of you, but if anybody's been on a discussion group the other day where it was she's been found and Barry's in jail and this and that, by the time that all of that got cleared out, I was like mind blown. I even went off on a troll. Because I was just emotionally exhausted by the time that was over. I mentioned something about numerology, and some random asshole says that post right there lets me know you are a nutcase. Now, normally I'd be super tactful, I would just kindly call him a fuck knuckle, but instead I was like, go fuck yourself! Troll on, trolley! Anyways, that's usually not like me, but okay, but let's be honest here. Okay, I'm gonna just touch on this briefly. We haven't talked since before Barry came out with his video. So here's what I want to know, just a blanket question. How many times when somebody offers a reward with no questions asked do people actually pick up on that? Okay? Hey, look. Sorry, this is my favorite voice. Nub digger, look, this guy here is gonna give us $200,000 for that woman. So I say we bring her back. And then we get that money and then we go do it again. But don't, let's go do that. But we'll make it out to like Nub and Digger. But don't give him your last name, if it's a check. Just say Nub and Digger. And then we'll get that $200,000. No questions asked. Here's your woman back. I will take my $200,000 now, please. And don't ask me any questions. How often does that work? I mean, honestly, how many people have ever returned somebody, no questions asked, and there hasn't been a fucking question asked, and you haven't gone to jail? Honestly. So that right there was when I was like, bullshit. I mean, the cops were probably like, bullshit. Seriously, like, oh, no question. And I liked this. No questions asked. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. All I know is apparently I have more to say about that. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Shit was flying around, and finally I'm like, fuck this. When I'm going off on dumbass trolls who know nothing about what I do, I definitely need to take a break. I am in my 52/7 personal month, which is full Queen of Swords energy, so I'm like, anyway, gotta really kind of try to hold balance and use my intellect instead of my vicious words and my swords. So that being said, the subject for today is Madison Bell's new life. I have many, many thoughts about this, so let's get started. Well, this will be a first time that I've done numbers on somebody and did not have their birthday. I swear to God, on all missing persons cases, you usually get a birthday, right? But not this time. All that we got was that she was 18 and that she'd recently had a birthday. Well, I can't go on that. I don't work like that. But what I did have was her full name at birth, and that's pretty much all I needed to see. I would love to have her birthday, and if anybody has her birthday, please send it my way, even though I know we're supposed to let her go and live her life. But at some point, this is just common sense. I would love to have her birthday. I'd love to have her mom. And I would love to have you turn off your goddamn car alarm. That's my background music right there. Yeah. All right. So hopefully that's going to shut off here in a second. Okay. So what I did get was that her soul number is a 32, which is a 5. And that's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. I'm like, okay. Oh, thank you. And that her path of destiny was a 62, which is an 8. And that's the other thing I needed to see. My mother was a 5 soul, and she also had a bunch of 5s in her name. and she needed freedom. But she had a wonderful life growing up. Well, once she got into her solid life, she had a wonderful life growing up. But she just needed that freedom. She just didn't like anybody telling her what to do. But instead of going out and being free, she ran out and got married right away. So, different strokes. But okay, so there's a couple ways we can look at this. Now, I know everybody's clutching their pearls and saying, oh my God, how could she? How could she do this to her loving mother? That's not really the way I saw this, because what I listened to were the actual interviews with the family. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect the family, but I have a 14-year-old daughter, and she has friends ranging from her age all the way up. And I listen to what they say. And my daughter and I have an agreement. We have an agreement. And now, because I was a teenager once and I'm a very immature adult, so therefore I'm still very connected to those days. The more open communication that you have with your child, the more likely that they're going to be honest with you. If they can be open with you, you have your set of standards that you want from them, but you're not stupid, okay? And for me, it's an integrity issue. Everything with me is an integrity issue. If I was drinking in high school, which I was, I don't expect her to not get in those situations. All I say is, if you're in a situation, you need a ride, call me. No questions asked, okay? Not a nub and digger type situation here. I'm talking no questions asked. And she has called me from parties, not that she was drinking, but because she had to escape the party, I've come and picked her up. Okay? However, I did not do drugs, and I don't need to share this with you. There were certain things that I didn't do when I was in high school. Okay? Now, but for me to think that she's never going to be in a situation where there's drinking and partying going on and things like this, that's foolish, okay? Now, the one thing we didn't have was social media, thank God, right? So we had to just go through all of our insecurities within ourselves and our close friends. Now, here's what I got, is that when I listened to Gray Hughes, he had an interview with both Mom and Cody twice. I listened to what the mother said. Mom had her passwords to, her only social media was Facebook. Really? She's 18 years old and she's using Facebook? How many 18-year-olds actually use Facebook? Now, my daughter swore that off when she was 12. She's like, really? She uses Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram. Okay, so yeah, Facebook, I doubt it. So Mom's got her passwords to her Facebook and her Messenger. Well, I got the passwords because people were bullying her years ago. Okay, I have her code to her phone so I can get in and read her messages. Okay. So that right there, I'm looking at a girl who's got a 5 soul who has no privacy. So Cody's backstory is that his dad's an alcoholic and got abusive with him and got very violent with him. When he was 13, the family moved Cody in with them. And at the time, Maddie and Cody were boyfriend and girlfriend. But who the fuck wants to be with somebody that they were with in 8th grade all the way through high school? And, I was going to marry her. As a 5 soul, I can't even imagine being with somebody that long and already having your life mapped out for you by your mother. Now, Cody's dad got his shit together, got in the program, did something, got his life together, got, remarried or whatever. At that point, it's time for, that relationship to heal or for something to happen. But you don't put your daughter into an arranged, basic relationship with somebody to me, that hit me wrong on so many levels. My mother would never allow that. I would never allow that. Plus, my daughter is very innocent, and she would, I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Now, here's the thing. Cody says she's afraid of her own shadow. She's afraid of a balloon scared her the other day. This and that. And then all of this, oh, Maddie would never this, Maddie would never that. I think we can write volumes on the things that these people don't know about Maddie. Now, Maddie expresses as a 30. Now, that's a straight 3. Now, a 30 is a very compassionate, loving, caring person, okay? But that can maybe give her a sensitive look to the outside world, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what she's feeling on the inside. And she may not express honestly how she's really feeling because she doesn't feel that it's safe to say how she really feels. Now, let me tell you what her path of destiny is. It's a 62, which is an 8. That's the 8 of Swords. In the tarot deck, that means that she's blindfolded and bound and can't see her way out. She's stuck. She's trapped. As a 5 soul who is trapped in this inability to move, that's horrible. And I'm going to tell you, when you're in your childhood, that soul vibration really rules you. Okay, so I'm a 16/7, like a tower. I'm a 16 soul. Now, all of my decision making, what turned me into what I am, was based on that 16, and it has been a battle to remove that 16 from my psyche. I was also born on the 16th, but my life lesson is a 47, which is an 11. I don't know what Maddie's life lesson is because I don't have it. But I didn't start dealing through my 47 for a really long time because I was still working through that heart's desire, soul vibration of the 16. And I'll tell you what, man, I had some harsh lessons with that 16 when it came to relationships. Not seeing the writing on the wall, and just being devastated so badly in my first serious relationship that I couldn't even believe another human could do this, as far as betrayal goes. But it's like probably one of the most treacherous 7s that you can have as a 16. So, I mean, just terrible. And it just guided my relationships for years and years and years before the tables could kind of finally turn and I could get balanced again. So I'm going to say that 5 is really ruling her. So can you imagine as a 5 being told, now your boyfriend's living with you. I had known nothing about him. All I know is that he goes to school and works at the Walmart distribution center. He's gone all night long. That leaves you plenty of time to develop a relationship with somebody else on your phone. And who knows, we know Chris Watts used that calculator app where he could use his own phone undetected to freaking carry on his relationship with Nicole. Who knows? But this mother didn't know everything, but yet she tried to. And there were certain things that she said that were really off-putting to me. She said, well, she just turned 18 and she'd been gone for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And so I decided not to hound her. Not to hound her? So you do hound her. This is a small town, okay? This is an offshoot of some other town. This is a tiny little town where everybody knows everybody. Why did you feel the need to hound her anytime she was gone? So she says, oh, well, she's the kind of girl who would call if she was going to be even 5 minutes late. Why? Because you would make her life a living hell if she didn't? Because you didn't trust her? Because you would hound her? Why? Now, these are just my thoughts. Don't come for me. This is just what I was getting, is like this inability to move. She's trapped. She can't do anything because mom's up her fucking ass every second of every day. And this is what I feel, okay? So what would cause somebody to make such a drastic move that they felt that they had to run away? There's a lot going on there, okay? So I don't know what was really happening there. All I know is what I see from her. And the fact that this woman, I feel like she created Maddie. Like when her Facebook was still up, every post was just about Maddie. She lived vicariously through Maddie. There was nothing about her. I could get nothing from her. It was just all Maddie this, Maddie that, Maddie. It's sad. I mean, it's just really freaking sad. So let me see. Let me put my glasses on and see what kind of notes I took here. Now, okay, no, I'm going to address this other thing. The whole tanning issue, okay? I am a tanner. I'm white as a fucking ghost because I can't tan. And don't judge me on that. I like it, okay? It keeps me from getting sick. First of all, tanning. back in the olden days when we first opened our first tanning salon back in Missoula, Montana, that's back when you would set the beds for 30 minutes. Could you imagine being in a tanning bed for 30 minutes in the old school tanning beds? And if you knew the person at the salon, they'd up your time so you could be cooking in that thing for a fucking hour. Can you believe the shit we did to ourselves and we're still alive? Nowadays, they have cut the tanning time down to, 12 minutes. If you even find a 20-minute bed, that's amazing, but not really amazing because I get bored as fuck, 12 minutes, 15 minutes max, okay? Now, when the bed goes off, it goes beep, boop, boop, boop. It makes a million sounds, so you do not go to sleep in tanning beds, number one. So she had told her mom that the day before, on that Saturday, that she'd fallen asleep in the tanning bed. Highly unlikely, okay? And if there's only one tanning bed in the whole town, I don't know. Good chances are somebody's going to come in and get you out, okay? Now, second thing. Anybody who tans, when you get out of that tanning bed, you smell like a literal ass. It infiltrates your hair, your skin. You smell like a dog. I'm sorry, not a dog, because I'll catch shit for that. But you have this tanning smell, and it's a funky ass smell. So you really want to go home and just shower that shit off, because it takes a while for it to get out of your hair and stuff. That's why they have like post-tan, try to get the smell out, or they have certain lotions that are like, will cut down the tanning smell, because there's a funk that you get from tanning. It is not pleasant. It's not something where you want to go tan and then go out and go meet your friends, because you're just like, ugh, I can't stand myself right now. So she told Cody she was going to go take a shower. Then Cody supposedly falls asleep on the couch. So she's like, oh, I'm going to go take a shower. And then she tells mom, I'm going to go tan. Okay, we don't shower before we tan. We just don't, okay? So she took a shower because she wanted to get cleaned up, not because she was going to go tan. Just saying that, okay? So these are tanning facts, all right? You don't fall asleep in the beds anymore just because it makes so much noise. You'd have to be in a virtual coma in order to fall asleep. So she'd either have to be hella fucking hungover or whatever, but no. So two falsies right there. So she probably didn't fall asleep the day before. She also probably didn't take a shower before she went tanning. So yes, I believe she took a shower, but she took a shower and she split. Here's the other thing. The guy was waiting, and he got there early. He went over to the store. They didn't have what he wanted, so he left without buying anything, and then he went back over to wait. She pulls in. Oh, she turned her wheels to the side. That was so not like her. You don't know shit about her. Okay, I'm sorry for living with her for as long as you did. She turned her wheels towards the car. His car's here. She comes around. He's in the first space. She pulls into the third space. Her wheels turn towards him because she's meeting him. Okay? She's meeting him. Cody's like, oh, he must have flagged her down. No, he fucking didn't flag her down. Okay? So she turns her wheels in. Oh, her phone was her phone was where they keep the change. She, in all the years I've dated her, she never put her phone there. She put her phone there so that it wouldn't burn up from the heat of the car. She put her phone there to put it in the shade. Probably her mother bought her the phone, and she didn't want to keep anything from her mother, nor did she wish to be tracked, but instead of putting it on the seat where it couldn't be found, she stuck it there, okay? Here's your phone back, Mom. Here's your car back, Mom. She could have put the keys under the seat, but she didn't. She left them in the ignition. Put the keys in the ignition, left the car unlocked. Here's your car back. I'm not taking your car. I'm not taking your phone. Just let me be free. Here's the other thing. Rumor has it, and like I said, I can't confirm this, she left a note for her mom telling her that she was leaving. However, if anybody doesn't think this by now, okay, that's your opinion. But my opinion is this mother was so goddamn controlling, that she just wanted her back. So mom knew where she was. Mom she didn't know where she was, but she knew she left. Because according to certain sources, there was a note left. And here's why I think this. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't just make shit up. She left the note, said that she was leaving. Mom decides to make a spectacle of it and make her a missing person. So I think Maddie's probably first response to this when she saw this was like, I can't believe she's doing this. I can't fucking believe she's doing this. She knows that I left. Why is she making me a missing person? She just wants to try to get me to come back. She's trying to control me. Okay, maybe she'll come to her senses and stop this. That's for the first few days. Then all of a sudden, the white car gets on the radar. Now, the guy that gets her is like, shit, right? This is getting real. Well, maybe it'll blow over. She has the note. Now, all of a sudden, mom's getting more quiet. And now just Cody's getting involved, right? Then all of a sudden, they got the picture of the guy. Now the guy's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I thought you told her. I did tell her. I don't know why she's doing this. I don't know why they're doing this. Okay? He's like, now I'm going to get arrested because of this. This is bullshit. What are we going to do? So now she has to make the call. I'm okay. I don't want her to know where I am. She's probably pissed off that her mother did this. Her mother made a spectacle of her. I am a fucking adult. I left. I was trapped in a situation with a controlling mother. I got my diploma. I did everything I needed to do. I gave you back your car. No, this wasn't ideal, but I needed to get the hell away, and there was no way I was going to get away. And why? Because in one of the interviews, Melissa says, well, she's always wanted to go to the beach and always wanted to live near the water. So after college, we are going to move to Destin, Florida, where my mother lives. We are going to do this and we are going to do that. Okay. So that has her, about 23 years old? Probably because, I don't know, like nursing. Well, full-time nursing is going to be, depends on what she goes for. So full-time nursing, she'll get through it faster. Now she's into her 20s, still living with mom. Mom is still pulling the strings. She has no fucking life outside of mom and Cody. Nothing. So what, so I don't know what she's going to end up doing. My concern here is that she chose somebody else to pull her out of this prison. So my concern with that 62-8 path of destiny is that she's taking one set of oppressive circumstances and trading them in for another. So what everybody needs to do is pray for Maddie. Pray for Maddie's highest good. Pray for Maddie to have the strength, because that is a strong number. That 8 path of destiny is a really strong number. To have the strength to do for herself, to get work, but yet mom has made such a spectacle of her that everybody's going to be like, oh, you're that girl. Oh, you're that missing girl, And everybody's judging her. Oh, she's a selfish brat. She shouldn't have done this and that. I don't see it that way. I see it that she was stuck in a shithole town with a woman that's up her ass. And then people are like, well, maybe the guy was a local. How could the guy be a fucking local? Everybody knows everybody. They know your business. They know, oh my God, we talk a car with California plates. Oh, that's totally abnormal here. They know everybody and everybody's business. No, the guy was not a fucking local. Here's the thing. She needed somebody to come and save her. Okay, and how long has Cody worked at the distribution center where he works nights? So she's got all night to develop something else, and that's worrisome for me. That's what she did, but that desperate, she was desperate. She just wanted out, and honestly, she doesn't want anybody to know where she is because she doesn't want her mom to come and fucking get her. I mean, there's some shit here. There's some shit going on. I feel like they bullied her. I feel like they ganged up on her and bullied her. Cody was a golden child, and they mapped out. I don't have a bad feeling from her dad. I think her dad's pretty innocuous, but this mother is like, we're going to do this and you're going to be with him and we are going to move here and you're going to do this and I'm going to be up your fucking ass every minute of every day, living vicariously through you and your life. Who does that, So I don't know. I mean, and I may be completely off base about the mom, but she said she was captain of the cheer squad at our school. Is that your school? Do you own that school? Is that your school? What do you mean at our school? Like everything was ownership with her, everything that came out of her mouth. And, I don't know. It just, as a mom, it rubs me the wrong way. Whenever I see a helicopter mom, it bothers me because, and this is not a helicopter mom. This is a lawnmower mom. This is you have no life. Your life is through me. I brought you into this world. I'm going to take you out kind of thing. I don't like it. When I see this happening, what I see with my daughter and her friends that are the sneakiest, that feel, the sneakiest ones are the ones that feel that they don't have a safe space to talk to their parent, to say, hey, I want to go do this. Can I do this? Now, there's still some that are honest with their parents and and then they still fuck up, and the parents are cool, but they still take it to that next step. And that's the ones that need attention. And, but I don't think this girl wanted attention. I actually think this mom knew that she left and she just decided to be afraid, because you could see her turn on the emotions and turn them off. Okay, I know you guys are going to fucking hate this. Hi, Jules. That red-faced, I need her back. That's control. That's somebody who's lost control. I need my possession back. I've lost my possession. I need her back. I don't know. It's just, when I see, apparently I didn't need her birthday, but for fuck's sakes, if anybody has it, please send it to me. This is somebody who just, here's the thing. She's a 32-5 though, which means that she's used to working with other people. She's used to being sensitive and, but she needs her freedom. So, and it's unfortunate. I feel like this makes her sad, because she really wants to be with her family. She really wants to work with other people. She really wants these things, but she was trapped. So I don't know. She might come home, but to what? To what? I think she'd be better off going to Florida and living with her grandma. Seriously. Because this mom is just, maybe she can get her. I know she got accepted to Ohio State University, but she needs to cut ties. It's time for Cody to move on. I don't know what Maddie has for a college fund, but it's time to set some boundaries with mom. Mom just, do you want to know who created this? Yeah. So I'm sure this is going to be wildly unpopular with you guys, but I'm just telling you, this is what I see. And my daughter is a mama's girl and a daddy's girl, and I could never see her doing this. But at the same time, I would never dream of putting that kind of restriction on her to where she felt that she had to escape us, or that she had to lie and lie and lie, or do anything. Not even saying that she did that, but where she actually felt that she had no other choice, So that's my take on it. Let me know what you think. Let's see, what else didn't I? What else? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like constantly, like if she wasn't where mom thought she was, she'd put on the Find My iPhone app and find out where she was. So she had to get as close to that tanning salon as she could get without sparking somebody's attention. But otherwise, yeah, this is micromanaging to a fault. So those are my thoughts. Okay. I mean, from a tanning perspective, from probably how the timeline came down as to when she finally told people where she was, because I think she was most likely in disbelief, and then it was pressure from the guy going, look, now you're getting me in trouble. Please handle this. Okay. All right. That's what I've got for today. Try not to attack the messenger too much, because that I'll just, I don't know. Apparently I'm not handling trolls very well. Namaste, motherfuckers. All right. Hey, have a good day. Bye.